Well, here we are again to follow up on the things that you ought to know, or the essentials for when you're thinking about living full-time in a motorhome, travelling around the UK and Europe, like we do.
Yeah.
So we covered a few things in the last video, but it's been it's been a little while since we made that video. Yes. So we can't remember what's in it.
No. I did make a list, but I can't find the list now.
So we're just gonna give you a few more things. We hope we're not just going over old ground. I think we will. Of the things you should know when you're travelling around, or things that we've come up against.
Well, yes, it's because you see we were full time in the motorhome, and then we had to stop for a little while because of the situation.
Well, pandemic, Brexit.
Yes.
Which put a little bit of a dampener on the whole situation.
So now we are back to it.
Yes.
But we've always had a van and travelled in the van, but we hadn't. Of course, we couldn't go in the pandemic, but we're back to it now, and so we're just refreshing our minds about the things that we found so useful.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're currently in Sweden, and as regular viewers will know, you know who you're talking about. You'll know we've been to Spain, and the vet situation in Spain is super simple. You just rock up at a vet's, and you either make an appointment or they see you, and it's like, it's all good, right? Everything's just like, no problems. Similar here in Sweden, some of you will know that Pippin's got some pain issues with her joints and dry eyes and all the rest of it. So a couple of weeks ago, she was suffering. She doesn't complain much. She sits in a corner and shivers a bit when she's feeling a bit of pain. So we took her to the emergency vet a little way away. It was about a 40-minute drive. And really simple to book in, wasn't it?
Yes,
you take a ticket. Everything's done on numbers here in Sweden. So you took a ticket. We got to see the receptionist. Spoke perfect English. Understood what we were. I mean, most people do.
They do very good on English in Sweden. Very good. Yes.
And took all the details, and we went to see the nurse. So one of the good things is you go in, you wait, and then they take you into a sort of triage nurse. And if that nurse says, "Oh, nothing to worry about, you can go home," they don't charge you anything. There's no charge for that.
No, that's very good.
That was amazing. However, if you need to see a vet, and they say, "Oh, not quite sure, there might be something," you see a vet, then they start charging, and boy, do they charge. So we saw the vet because Pippin needed some painkillers, and the ones we have for emergencies weren't really the right ones. They're not good to give to her often or for longer periods. So we went through all that, and we ended up with the vet giving us some medication or prescription, and what they do is they transmit the prescription to a vet of your choice.
No, to a pharmacy. Like they do in Spain.
Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted by Pippin down there on the floor.
Well, no, in Spain they give it to you in writing, and then you can take it to any pharmacy. But in Sweden, they send it. You choose a pharmacy near
where you want to be,
and they transmit it.
Yeah.
Come on, then. You want to come up?
Pippin's coming up.
Come here, then. Come here. Can't reach you down there, can I?
Yeah.
No, I can't get
there's
you.
There's a little bed under the dinette table here. So she's down there. So they transmitted that to the pharmacy, So we drove, so near where we are, staying with our family. So we drove the 45-minute back, went to the pharmacy. I waited in the van because it's like a 1 hour wait limit, and we couldn't take Pippin in, so I waited, had all the doors open. It's like a hot sunny day. Wendy went in. About half hour later, she texted me saying, "Well, there's a bit of a queue and a problem." Anyway, to cut a long story short, and it is quite a long story, so the short one's going to be quite long. The vet said, the pharmacist said, we can't issue it because you need a personal number. A personal number in Sweden is like your national insurance number. It's your sort of ID for everything. You need a personal number to get a bank account. You need a personal number to, I don't know, do anything. Anything you want to do, that's it. Like a national insurance number in the UK. But you need it for everything. Including getting medicines from a prescription in a pharmacy. Now, it's the same pharmacy, isn't it? For pets as humans.
Yeah, just
so
like,
they issue all the medication. But you need a personal number. Well, we don't have one. And somebody in the pharmacy spoke to you, didn't they?
Yeah,
another customer
said, "Oh, you can use my number," but they didn't want that at the. But I wish they knew we didn't have a personal number, so the prescription was, and it was rather aggravating.
So they said, "Well, we can't do it." So they said, "You might get it from the next pharmacy down the way." This is in the shopping centre. So it turns out Wendy went to that one, and it's the same pharmacy but a different branch. They obviously just wanted to get rid of it. Anyway, the next day, so we still couldn't get the painkillers. Pippin's, by this time sort of recovered a bit, so she's not feeling the pain so much. She seemed to be in good spirits. So
just as well, because it was couldn't get it.
So we went back to the vet, another 45-minute journey across to the vets, spoke to the different people in there. Once again, older woman. She spent a long time in England, so she sounded English, actually, and she knew where Brighton was, so she said, "Oh, where are you from?" It was all Brighton. So she knew Brighton as well, so that was quite nice. So we had a bit of that. Anyway, so it turns out that actually, because our daughter-in-law had had a conversation with the vets and sorted something out in Swedish. Maybe gave a person, I don't know. But anyway, we went back to that vet and got the medication direct from them. Why the hell they couldn't issue the medication in the first place, I still don't know. So that's a bit of a...
And let's say the medication they gave her was called pregabalin, which is, I've never known it to be used for animals, but I guess it is, and I know it's a human medicine. And it wasn't, how much was it in English money?
The medication was 66 crowns.
Yes.
Which is about £7.
Yes, it wasn't too bad.
About £7.
We didn't say how much the vet consultation was. That was the enormous amount. How much was that?
Oh boy, do they charge.
Yeah, how much was it?
This is in crowns.
But
3,500 crowns. That's about £300.
Just to talk to the vet for a few minutes.
Just to talk to the vet for a few minutes. Plus, so...
So there we are.
Yeah. So, quite expensive. But...
What can you do? Well, we'd paid... Before we left, we paid £275 in the UK for her eye treatment.
Oh, for her eye drops.
For those 3 lots of eye drops for her.
Which she's still getting. So,
and still, we do need another one, which run out, but I'm not. I can't. It's not an emergency, and I can't go and pay another 300.
No, I mean the continuous ones we've got.
Yeah, we're continuous ones.
So it's just the other ones that are more helpful every now and again. So. We'll get more when we go back, because I don't want to go to the vet again.
No, we would if we had to, because we don't care how much.
Yeah, but not for
costs
just
us.
ordinary stuff.
No.
When we get back to the...
We would go get it for her. Yes.
Yeah.
Because she's everything to us. We wouldn't have her suffering at all in any way.
Absolutely.
No.
So something to bear in mind. Now, when we were here a few years ago, well, back in 2019, I think, Wendy needed some regular medication then, and she went to a local GP, and they issued Wendy with a temporary personal number. And Wendy was then able to go to the pharmacy and get the prescription medication over the counter with a personal number. That was in a different region, and I don't think, and we don't have a note of it, and the vets wouldn't have a note of it. So, you know, anyway. So something to bear in mind, if you're bringing your pets over to Sweden, you need a way to get medication. So bear in mind, if they're going to send a prescription from the vet to a pharmacy that's far away or not just next door, then have that in mind. If you know, because you might have to make a trip back to the vets. So it's better off that you get the medication from the vet and just pay for it at the vet. I don't know whether it was more expensive or less expensive or just the same. I suspect it'd be just the same, because they're not sort of sneaky like that here. It would be the same, I think. So that's that. To bear in mind, if you are coming to Sweden, I do recommend you come to Sweden in a motorhome, because it's absolutely brilliant and gorgeous to travel around Sweden, and the culture here is actually lovely, isn't it?
It's good things. It's easy to stop for free in Sweden.
Yeah.
Food is a bit more expensive.
But diesel's not.
Diesel's not, no.
Last lot of diesel I bought, £1.32 when you translate it. I filled up with, I think I put a picture of the pump on the community tab. It translated to £1.32 a litre. I haven't paid £1.32 a litre for years.
No.
So, you know, I don't know why it's cheaper here, you know. But there you go. I think when we were leaving England a couple of months ago to come here, we paid about 157, 160, something like that. So that seems to be about normal in England now. But 132 here seemed, and that was not a cheap place.
No.
That was 18.3 crowns, and I've seen it for 17.90. So cheaper. So it would have been cheaper, maybe 130 a litre. So that's it. But most other things are quite expensive. Food, as Wendy says, is very expensive, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Food is expensive.
When you go round the supermarkets.
Everything just in the general stores is more money to buy, but they earn a bit more than us. So.
Yeah, so the cost of living's higher.
Yeah.
But the salaries are higher. So
not too bad.
Local salaries to cost is not so bad. You know, because if the salary's higher, the costs are higher. It's just the way it goes. But for people like us coming, where you know we're on a low income and coming across to here, it can be quite expensive if you're buying a lot of food. Although you do save a bit on the diesel, I don't know. You know. So it's not too bad, is it?
We'll have to show you. Actually, we are going to go and do a bit of shopping, and we'll show you. what we get and how much it is.
Yeah,
really,
we'll
so yes.
we'll do a Swedish shopping haul.
And I usually go to Lidl. They don't have Aldi in Sweden, but they do have Lidls. So, yeah. Mm.
Well, spoiler alert, joke coming up. They have a shop called Willie's.
Mm.
And there are sometimes smaller shops and larger shops. Wendy likes the big Willie's.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to have that.
Sorry about that. Oh dear. But you prefer Lidl's. Wendy prefers Lidl better, don't you?
Well, it's smaller to walk round, and you can usually get what you want. That's why I do. But
and
but
the
we
local,
do buy Swede. They've got Swedish stuff in there. We always buy it. Well, because we buy it for the family.
local,
yes.
The local shop is they call ICA, ICA. Anything like that. Anything like a 3-letter with the beer that we buy. Normally an IPA, Indian Pale Ale. They call IPA.
But that's made in Sweden too, isn't it?
That's made in Sweden.
And when if we go to the shop and we have a beer, well, they don't have bars in rural places, but they have a pizza shop and you can buy a beer and a little. How much does a little bottle cost us? When we
£5.
Yeah.
60 a bottle. Standard 330 centilitre bottle, sort of standard bottle, is 63 crowns. 69 crowns. So 100 crowns is about £7.50. To give you a bit of a view on on what's what. Oh,
you dropped your glasses behind your head.
That sunshine's coming round. Just going to shut that off a bit. The roof vent there. So that'll give you a bit of a view on the cost of living. But we will do a shopping haul. What we buy. We bought. I mean, it's shocking sometimes. What things cost, but it is what it is. You get used to it.
And I do think we are absolutely spoilt in the UK for the quality of our vegetables and the price of them.
The quality,
yes. The quality in the UK is very good, and the choice and the price is very, very good. We found it not so much choice and not such good quality, and the same in Spain. Well, some things were good in Spain, but generally in the UK it's very good, I think. Yes.
So parking up around Sweden, so when you're travelling, there's a lot of places that are listed on the Search for Sites app, which is very good, and well worth I think it's like £7 or £8 annual subscription. Super well worth it, because when you're travelling a lot, you get map updates and all sorts, and it sort of knows where you are on your phone, so you click to open the app and it shows where you are. Then you can sort of zoom out and it will show you the amount of sort of park ups that are near you, and whether they're got services or just services, or you can stay overnight, or all the different things. And then you can go into each one on Search for Sites, and it gives you a review, doesn't it? If there are reviews, it gives you a last checked, or So
we must do reviews. I keep meaning to, because there's one we stopped near here and there's no reviews on it. We should put them in. We think we will, and then we forget. So it's important to do it, because I always choose places, if I can, by the reviews. I put a lot of store on them. Wherever we are,
you should do. Yeah,
we must do it.
We split the work between us, and I've left reviews to Wendy.
Yes, and I've only done one on
That's my
camping
excuse.
car parks in France, which is ridiculous because we've stayed on so many. But
You were staying all the time, you know.
but what I do
Couple of
is
weeks.
I always log exactly where we stay. I've got a logbook which has got, I don't know.
We'll keep that in the cupboard up here.
Yeah, that one.
Regular viewers will have seen this logbook before. This is the logbook. And when we open, my sister bought us this in 2017 for Christmas. It says so. And the very first place we stayed, when you write, whoopsie, I've dropped all the bits out. When you writes the first thing down, I don't know whether you'll see that. Probably not.
What was the first site? Was it? I think it was Chichester, wasn't it? Chichester, yes.
26th of March 2016. Just before we started the YouTube channel, we stayed at Chichester Camping and Caravan in Club Site. Used the motor mover with the legs down, and wondered why it wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We'd never had a caravan before, and I forgot to put the legs up.
Yeah.
Luckily, that time it didn't break the steadies. I did it another time, and I did break one of the steadies.
But I think we've probably I think we've probably seen about 1,000 places nearly by now. I should think. Yeah.
1,000 places.
No, maybe not 1,000. I used to see. That's another thing. I used to put the numbers against them. No, not 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Well, I forgot.
160.
Yeah, I've got
Must be a couple of hundred.
175 there.
Yeah.
Oh, 171. Yeah, that was in 2021. So yeah.
There's 2, 4, 6,
I
8,
stopped.
10, 12, about 12, 24. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's about another 100. So closing up for 300 sites
Yes,
we've actually stayed in.
So yeah.
Across from 2016, and it's 2024 now.
Yeah.
We would even, because we're here, we've put this in, haven't we?
Yeah.
I'll
put that in, even wherever it is. Yeah.
Our son's and daughter-in-law's driveway. That's where we've parked. We don't sleep in there. We sleep in a house. So it's not like we're full-time in the van right now while we're staying here.
No.
But you know, that's the way it is. But so
it's our holiday.
it's our holiday.
It is a holiday.
There you
and
go.
it's so lovely to spend time with the family.
is.
Yes, it's my favourite things to do.
Oh God, I've been exhausted. I'll tell you. Last time we came over, our son was building a deck out, or extending the deck, or replacing it. Anyway, I helped him with that. It was exhausting. Guess what? When I came over this time, he's extending the deck again on this because he moved house. So, and we've been like 2 weeks extended it. It's huge. It's like it's like a ballroom dancing floor. The size of it is massive.
We might show you that.
Yeah,
yes, we will show you that.
yeah.
Yes,
We'll
so you
give
can
you a
see
picture
that
of
it's
that.
taken a lot of time to do that.
It's taken a lot of time,
Yeah.
but we're quite pleased with it.
Yeah,
so,
I think
you know,
so,
we've
yes.
done a reasonable job. But I've been exhausted.
And it's been, we mustn't moan, but it's been beautiful weather all the time we've been here.
Oh yeah,
Sweden's having a lovely summer.
Yeah.
Yes. And I guess quite a lot of other places are, but yeah. So that's one of the things. And
yeah.
but now, since we've come back full time, I've got another book, and I write in it more detail about where we stay, and I take a photo of it. I'll show you that another time. So,
Yeah, the photos.
so I can remember more, because sometimes all I've used to write was just where we stayed, perhaps the price, and I can't think, what was that like? What was it about? And should we go back? Yeah.
The photos are like that.
Yeah, but that was
They're
an extra one. Yeah.
They're the little sort of Instax photos, the mini Instax. because Wendy's got a mini Instax camera now, so it allows her to capture digital photos and print them out just by clicking. So it gives us an extra little reminder, doesn't it?
Yes.
Of where we stay, and the I suppose the journal is more of a in detail journal, isn't it? Of what the place is like. The log is more about where, and a little bit about it had facilities, but the journal's more about the surrounding areas, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be a good idea to publish that at some point. All those places we stay and what your thoughts are. People like to read stuff. I don't know. Let us know. I would like to publish this. All the places we've stayed at. It would be a massive job. Think about that. Going back through and typing up onto a computer every place we've ever stayed, like 300 places, and put in the three words location of those places. That's a task and a half, isn't it?
Yes.
And I think it'd be a good thing to do. Something great to do, to put on our website and stuff.
Well, I can tell you the worst place we ever stayed in, which we would never recommend to anyone, and that was when we got robbed in Spain.
Oh.
I'm never, ever, ever going back there.
No.
That was horrible, horrible.
I don't even remember the
It's
name
in here,
of
the
it.
book here. It's in the book.
With a big black mark.
So that's how I will know where it was.
It was a bad choice. It was a bad choice.
Well, we didn't think it was at the time. We thought it was a good choice.
No, but we didn't.
But maybe we
didn't
were
know.
a bit naive. No, but we weren't naive. But
We were a little bit because we were very close to a very big town, and all of those places are a bit risky. If you're very close to a very big, bright lights and bars town, then that's a bit of a risk because you get the criminal element hanging around in bright light bars and clubs sort of towns. You're bound to, the criminal elements congregate around those things, and then they come out and.
But we thought there was safety in numbers though, because we weren't alone. There was a lot of us around there. Yeah. But anyway, we made stupid mistakes. I'll tell you one stupid mistake was, I left my bag in the front of the cab, didn't I? Yeah. That's an absolute no-no. We never do that
and
now.
I left my iPad on the sofa underneath a cushion, but it was on the sofa.
Yeah, stupid mistakes. Never do them again now.
And the other thing was that the Fiat Ducato cab door, even if it's locked, it's like super simple to break into.
Yes,
they use a flat-headed screwdriver to go underneath the plastic surround, and then you just click it and it unlocks and unsets the blooming alarm.
I think it's happened to a lot of people.
So it's a well-known fault on Fiat Ducatos. I think the similar thing for Ford Transits, and probably the same for Peugeots and the Renaults, because they're all the same sort of van. So that's why we fitted the HEO safe deadlocks on the inside, which are not unlockable from the outside. You can only lock them from the inside, so you if you want super safe, side door shut, lock it from the outside, because that's the deadlock from the outside. Get in through the cab door, do the deadlocks on the inside, and you're in. That's it. And the only way in and out is through the cab doors, but they're deadlocked from the inside. So people aren't easily going to get in. They have to smash a window. So, but in general, looking on the brighter side of that was like one time.
Yeah, I know.
One time
yeah, I know.
in 8 years when we've been when we've suffered in that way from a robbery. So, you know, it's not. I don't want people to think, you know, because we've had more recent comments on that very old video we made about that. I've had recent comments about, oh, you know, I'm so worried about travelling in my van now because I'm a female alone, blah blah blah, you know, all that, and I understand it, but it's not that dangerous.
No.
You just need to be thoughtful, aware, and careful, and put precautions in place like the deadlocks on the front doors, and that sort of stuff. Make your van visibly more difficult to steal from, and I think that's what, you know, when we said safety in numbers at that place, there was a lot of foreign, I say foreign, European vans and a lot of A-class vans, and the one directly opposite us had the, like we have now, the blue flashing light in the on the dashboard and on the outside to say we've got an alarm fitted, you know, which is what we have now on this van. You know, we've got the real sort of high tech. It flashes a blue light. It has a 150 decibel alarm. It has tilt sensors, movement sensors. Got sensors on the inside, and a tracker, and it tells me where the van is at all times, and if it's moved or alarm goes off or it's disturbed in any way, I get an alert on my phone. So super high tech. Nothing will stop it getting stolen. If somebody wants it, well, you know, what are you going to do? So, but travelling around and staying in different places isn't the horror that some people would have you believe. You know, yeah, we've been robbed once, but you know, that hasn't stopped us at all, and we're just more careful and more aware now,
yes,
aren't we?
We are. Yes, yes.
So it raised our awareness.
Yes.
So looking on the, I like to look on the bright side of things. Getting broken into and robbed by a couple of chances in Spain raised our awareness, and I don't, you know, we'll always be very much more aware of where we park and who's around us now.
And leaving the van, like, we won't leave it in a supermarket when we're abroad.
No,
Empty.
no,
because they watch, don't they? They watch.
they do. They
Yeah.
follow you in, and they watch you. And if you both get out, lock the van up and go,
That's it.
they just smash the windows and then drag whatever they can, jump in their car, and they're off. So even though your alarm's going off, they're just ransacking your van before you can get there.
Talking of which, what we must do, I'm going to do it after we end this video. I'm going to take our documents in and I'm going to photograph them all and email them to us in case they got stolen.
Well,
So we got copies.
we already have copies.
Do we? Well,
Wendy might not know this.
I don't think we have. The pet passport, have we got on that? I don't think we got the pet passport copied. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do, and I think it's a good plan. So that if they do steal
recent
our
copies,
passports
So
and everything, we've got.
I've got copies on my Photos app on my iPhone of your passport, my passport, Pippin's passport, the logbook or the V5 document for this van.
And you got it
Yeah.
if you lose your phone as well, if you've got it on email, then you can still recover it. If you just take photos.
There's a good tip.
'Cause you can get your phone stolen.
It's on my Photos app, so it's on the iCloud.
So if you lost your phone and your iPad, we could still access it. Someone stole your phone and your iPad.
It's on iCloud.
iCloud
I
is
go
something
to any
about-
computer and log
So
in.
you could find it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to do that on mine, and I didn't realise. But we haven't got her Spanish passport on there, have you? No, I bet you've got her old one. So we're going to do that. Yes.
She's caught me out on that one.
Yeah.
No, I haven't got it.
No. No.
Oh, I thought I'd covered all the bases, but there you go. Wendy's always one step ahead of me.
We've got a show that quickly before we go. Show the very nice travel wallet we've got.
Oh,
That one, yeah, because I love that.
we bought this years ago.
Yeah, we did at a show, motorhome show, wasn't it? Yeah. I know it's a bit obvious what's in it, but that's it. Look, yeah.
There it is, a map of the world, or a map of bits of the world. Apparently it's waterproof.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a nice, a really nice sort of flexible plastic. Big zip, opens wide, nice sort of patterning inside, and we keep all sorts of documents in there.
Oh no, in fact I need to go through that because I'm not sure what exactly.
V5,
Yeah.
passports, pet passport.
That's the new one that we
This
got
is
in
the
Spain.
new one.
Yeah.
We'll leave this out so Wendy can do a little photographing and emailing, which is a good thing to have
What's
it
that?
backed
That
up
bit,
twice.
what's that?
What's what?
Oh, that's in case we need to get a poo sample from Pippin.
A poo sample bottle.
Yes.
The things we keep in a travel bag. There's not,
Let me just see. I don't know who
for
made
Pippin,
it. I would have
that
told
is, not
you
for
if
me.
I knew. I'm going to say if I see who made it. Oh, here we are.
Oh,
Can you read that out? I haven't got my glasses on. Or can you see it?
neither me.
Happy something. Oh, happy.
Happy caravanning.
Happy caravan. Happy caravanner person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's made by the Happy Caravaner.
Yes, that, and we thought it appropriate.
I think it's a lady, sort of one-woman business who makes these herself. Handmade accessories, it says.
That's right. Yeah.
The Happy Caravaner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she had a stall at a motorhome show a few years ago. So
like that.
yeah.
Anyway, so
Anyway, yes, that's good.
there's only been really a couple of essentials, isn't there, that you need to know. Like, make sure you think about what you're going to do for your personal number when your pet's not well at the vets in Sweden. Only in Sweden. And use search for sites. Just think, this video's like more than half an hour long, and we could have covered both of those things in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Well, I don't, if we find the list, I don't know. We got up more things, but I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. No, it wasn't in here. No, I don't know where the list is. Never mind.
you can refer back to other lists we've done. We did the 10 essentials for travelling in Europe when we were down in Spain, I think. Well, that was for travel. Yeah. This is more about living in a motorhome and always being on the go. I think that, it's important to know about these things, I think. Yeah. So maybe other things to think about is, breakdown insurance. What happens if you're full time in your motorhome? What happens if you break down? If it's a catastrophic breakdown. I know what we've done when we've had to be away from our full-time van, when it's been in for service, repairs, MOT, that sort of stuff. We've stayed in a local hotel for a couple of nights, and that works. If you had to be, if you wrote your van off by crashing it, I think you'd be covered by insurance, especially if you had full-time cover. If you don't have full-time cover and you're out of your van, your insurance company will say, well, go home until we sort it out. But and then you say, well, that is my home, and then you're not covered by the insurance. So always bear that in mind. If you're full-timing, you should have full-time insurance. Yeah. So my experience of full-time insurance is comfort insurance. There you go. So, yeah. Anyway, I think Wendy's gone quiet. She thinks you're getting bored of us rabbiting on.
Yeah, but I think it's enough.
But I read all the comments, And broadly, I really thank you all for saying how much you enjoy all the rubbish we spout. You didn't say that, but you enjoy us rabbiting on and wittering about nothing at all. So, you know, that's fine. I hope you've enjoyed this.
Yes.
I've enjoyed doing it.
And we're going to end this with a photo of the decking and all the hard work that Steve and our son have put in doing it.
Here's a photo of the decking. I'll show you. Well, actually, here comes a little video shot of where the decking used to be, as was, and what new decking we've put in the last couple of weeks. Here we go. See you again soon.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks for staying with us for this one. Let me know. You've got some stamina. Bye.